Hello and again, welcome everybody. This is Mark Mousseau speaking in section 5, which is called financing and closing. So how is this financing going to be put in place? What do I need to do? What do I need to look at? And what's going to happen? So let's move on to this. So first of all, here's what we have. We have put these investment or ownership package with three different sources of financing: a first mortgage, a second mortgage, and your down payment. And let me explain to you why. So what we're doing basically is we found a lender in the United States that is willing to lend to Canadian investors and foreign investors. Will lend through a corporation, so they know upfront that this unit will be held by a corporation. So and they've accepted that. They know that the corporation will also be held by a Canadian corp, so that means there's a two level there, but they know this. So I mean, it's not a problem. We haven't hidden anything. It is what it is, and they're willing to lend basically on the strength of the project. So they've offered us terms upon completion of the unit. So one unit is completely built and rented. They will actually put in place a first mortgage. Okay. We expect that this first mortgage will be approximately 60% of the loan to value of the unit once rented. And this is just basically, it's nice to say that, banks will lend 75, 80, 90%, but the majority of our investors are Canadian investors and foreign, and the banks are saying, listen, we don't really know you, we're taking the whole project in place, therefore we'll lend 60% of the appraised value, fair market after being rented value. And naturally, we are investors, and I myself are investors, and we know that we want to put the least amount of cash on a property possible. So that's also okay. So what we've arranged is for a first mortgage of 60% at going rate, 6.5%, commercial rates, 5-year term, amortized over 25 years. And the investors will need to come up with a 30% down payment. So what happens is that there's 10% left there that is short in financing. And what we're doing is Bridgeport Holdings is actually offering each investor the opportunity that we will hold the second mortgage on the property of a value of 10% or more, if we need to bridge it, to get you to make sure that the least amount of money that you need to put in onto this property is 30%. Our second mortgage will not be like a loan shark investment mortgage. We will be at 7.5%, amortized over 25 years for a term of 5 years to co-occur with the first mortgage. So at the end of the 5-year term, effectively that money will be due. Okay, so first mortgage 60%, second mortgage 10% held by Bridgeport Holdings, and a down payment of 30% is what you will need to come up with into this property. Now, this is not a no money down deal. Some of you saying, well, Mark, we want to buy with no money down. Unfortunately, it is not. We're investing in the States. We're investing where we actually have cash flow. And it will be up to you, following a review of your financial projections, to decide if your cash on cash return is good or not. But we know, we've done numbers, we know that the cash on cash is good, the appreciation is there, and you'll see as we talk about projections that what we're doing with your rents and what we're doing with the condo corporation condo fees will greatly secure your investment. So this is what we're putting in place for you. Now, the next things after this is very simple, is that what will we do? Well, on closing, and that's the effective date, that effective date will be the date a condominium corporation is registered and we transfer the property to you. So all adjustments will be made as of that date, and it will be simple. You're not going back to the date that you put your deposits. It's at closing that all adjustments will be made for taxes, insurance, and mortgage payment, construction loans, and everything. Last thing is legal fees. Legal fees will be charged to the investor. You will receive an invoice from the law firm that is preparing your transfer, your land transfer, and all of that. So we just want to be very, very transparent with everybody as to what to expect on your transaction in regards to your financing and closing. With all this said, I'm just going to sign off and talk to you later. Thank you.